What's up, hookah fans? Today I'm here to bring you a new video on the 5 things that you didn't know about hookah, and if you do know them, that's awesome, and I hope you enjoy the video anyway. Fact number 1, hookah has a rich history dating back to the 16th century, about 500 years ago in the northern part of India. As the story goes, tobacco was being introduced to the region for the very first time, and was more or less a taboo. So the contraption of a hookah was invented that would pass or filter or bless the smoke through water, would make the smoke a-okay. Fact number 2, hookah goes by a variety of terms all over the world, and I want to share what I've learned with you guys so far. First off, one of the first forms of hookah was called the nargile, and it was much different from a hookah today because the base was made out of a coconut. And fun fact, nargile derives from the Persian word for coconut. Second, one that you've definitely heard, and a term that I think is really unique, is shisha. It's used interchangeably all throughout the world for hookah and also hookah tobacco. So you hear shisha used for both throughout the world. So far, from what I know, the majority of countries in the West, besides the United States, refer to a hookah as shisha. So that would be the UK, Canada, and even Japan. You hear it in the States as well. Fun fact, shisha derives from the Persian word for glass, describing the beautiful glass spaces we have today. And lastly, in Russia, the word for hookah is kalyan. Fact number 3, a lot of people wonder commonly what's in hookah tobacco, what's in shisha, and it's typically 3 to 4 ingredients. Shout out to Chrissy Fitz, who posted an article about this poor guy in New York who tried to make homebrew shisha with acetone and coconut oil and lit himself on fire and died. And that's really unfortunate because you don't need either of those 2 ingredients to make homebrew shisha or shisha in general. Typically what's in shisha or hookah tobacco is the tobacco leaf that's taken from the ground, no additives, it's washed, it's cut up, it's chopped up, mixed with a flavoring or sometimes a flavored molasses that includes a preservative to keep it from going bad. A lot of times you'll get glycerin, which helps produce the clouds, and then lastly sometimes honey, and that's pretty much it. Fact number 4, although hookah is a rich part of many Eastern cultures, and it's also a common part of day-to-day life as well, at one point in time, hookah was a symbol of status, and only nobles and aristocrats smoked hookah. Hookahs were even made out of precious materials such as gold, silver, and jade. I want all 3 of those. Fact number 5 isn't necessarily a fact, it's something I want to address, a statistic or a slogan that's thrown out there when comparing hookah to cigarettes. And a lot of the times you'll hear this thrown out there that 1 hookah is equivalent to 100 cigarettes. I think there's a few things to consider before people kind of just throw this out there. And I think it can kind of be a little bit misleading. So some things to consider when you hear that statistic. I was able to speak with a professor who did research about the effects of hookah smoking and learned that the volume of smoke that is produced from 100 cigarettes can equal the volume of smoke of 1 hookah, but the quality of the smoke is much different. As we were just talking about, there's only 3 or 4 ingredients included in shisha or hookah tobacco, not the list of 400 other additives, carcinogens rolled up inside of a cigarette. So the quality of smoke is much different. And another thing I wanted to point out is another variable to consider is the average hookah smoker is someone that usually only smokes hookah when they go out to a lounge once or twice a week. They'll go to a hookah lounge with their buddies and split a hookah between 2 to 4 people. So the quantity of hookah that's being smoked and the quality of the smoke are 2 things to consider when you kind of hear that statistic thrown out there, oh, one hookah's worth 100 cigarettes. Anyways, guys, that's my 5 facts about hookah that you didn't know, and if you did, I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. I will see you guys next time.